Hi friends, it's Gwen. I am here with another tag, and this is, it seems like a fairly new tag. It's called the Time of Day book tag, and it was created by Victoria and Chris. Their channel name, I will link them down below, but their channel name is Christoria 2027. And of course, I was tagged by the person that always tags me, Danny at Danny Darling. So there are 11 questions. Let's get started. I did have to write them down because, yeah. Question number 1, Time to Wake Up, a book that opens your eyes to a genre you didn't previously read. I picked 2 books for that. The first one that I picked was Shadows Over Paradise by Isabel Wolf, and this is historical fiction, so this really opened my eyes to that genre. And I'm not really like a history buff or anything like that. I do like history, but I've never been a fan of reading history, but this book was kind of like a memoir, and it covered the World War II and the Dutch East Indies, and it just really got me excited about reading that genre. So this is the first book that I picked. The second book that I picked, I had never read a new adult book before, but Tears, what is it? I always mess up the title. Tears of Tess by Pepper Winters. I absolutely loved this book, and I do have a review of this on my channel, but like I said, it's a new adult. This was, I think, my first new adult, so definitely interested in reading more new adult after reading this one. Question number 2, No Time for Breakfast. A book that has been sitting on your shelf for ages, and for that I picked up this one. I think I picked it up last summer or the summer before, Sullivan's Island. It's a Low Country Tale. I think it's volume 1 or book number 1, and it's by Dorothy Benton Frank. So yeah, I've had this on my shelf for a while. I need to get to it at some point, right? Or get rid of it. Question number 3, Time to Travel to Work, a book you read whilst traveling. And I just picked this one up because I really don't remember books that I read, because I usually don't read when I travel, but I did take this home over Christmas break, and that is Pledged, The Secret Life of Sororities by Alexandra Robbins. I do have a review of this on my channel as well. Question number 4, You've had a hard time at work, a book you struggled to get through, and for that is a recent read for me, and that was Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I do have a review of this on my channel, so feel free to check that out. Question number 5, Lunchtime, a quick and easy read. For that, I picked A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I flew through this in probably an hour or under. It's super good. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend you pick it up. It does have illustrations inside, and that's something that I did not know when I bought it. I just heard people rave about it and rave about it, and yeah, gotta pick it up. Question number 6, Time for your performance review. A book that you bought because of a review you read or watched, and for that I picked volumes 1 through 4 of Saga by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. How could I forget? These were excellent. I have a book talk / gush on these. I forget if it contains spoilers, but I mean, if you haven't read these by now, come on. The artwork is amazing, the story is amazing, and I can't wait for the next volume. Question number 7, Time to Travel Home, a book that follows a character on some kind of journey. And for that, I picked something that was from my TBR this month, and that is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Yeah, I haven't started reading this yet, but I hope to get to it very soon. Question number 8, Dinner Time and Conversation, a book you don't hear people talk about much, but you loved. And I think I use this for every tag video when they talk about something like a book that people haven't heard of that you recommend, or something like that. I love this author, and I don't hear anybody talking about her. Maybe that's, I don't know why, but she's amazing. Patricia Cornwell. And this one is The Body Farm by Patricia Cornwell. This is the first one that I remember reading. This plot really stands out in my mind, and if you like mystery, crime, drama, thrillers, you gotta pick her up, people. You have to pick up her books. They're amazing. Question number 9, Time to Zone Out in Front of the TV. Your favorite book that has been turned into a movie or TV show. And of course, I had to go with the classic The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Yeah, one of my favorite book to movie adaptations. Question number 9, bedtime. Yay, my favorite time of day. the book that is currently on your nightstand. And I actually have two. The first one, of course, is Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. The dust jacket is off because I'm currently reading it, and I went and just snatched it off of my nightstand, and I don't read with the dust jacket on. So that's the first book. And then the second one isn't really a book, but I do have on my Overdrive app, I am listening to an audiobook, which I do not usually do, but The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. So, trying to get through that one. I find it very hard to concentrate on audiobooks. But in books, no problem. There can be a TV on, someone can be talking to me, and I can completely ignore them and zero in on the words. But for an audiobook, it just doesn't work. So I'm trying. But, yes. And the last question, nighttime, a book you couldn't put down so you stayed up way too late reading. And I wouldn't say I stayed up way too late reading, because when I'm in a good book, I don't really consider there to be a way too late. I mean, obviously I'm choosing the book over sleep. So, but another book that I recently read is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. This is my first book that I ever read by this author, and I'm absolutely in love with her writing style in this book. I have not done a review of this yet, but there should be one up sometime this month. I did a buddy read with Bethany from Bookbound, and yeah, this book was super addictive. So those are all the questions. I really thought it was a unique kind of tag, so thanks for coming up with it, Victoria and Chris. And I'm going to tag two people. I'm going to go ahead and pass the tag along to Trina from Between the Chapters and Adriana from Perpetual Pages. So ladies, you've been tagged. But that's it for today, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye! Tag, you're it. Tag, tag, you're it. Tag, you're it.